Hello, spring has sprung, so here we are, first week in March, and I've neglected the allotment, so this is a couple of days into me trying to get on top of it, so I thought I'd do a quick whiz around. So let's start here, and you can see this bed appears to be full of grass and completely surrounded by more grass. This stuff around the outside is just going insane and I need to cut it. This stuff in here is what they call green manure or winter cover crop. So I sowed seeds here in the autumn and they've grown, and now it's time to cut them down. First of all, leave them a couple of weeks on the surface and then dig it all in another couple of weeks, and then I can start planting. So I've already started. These ones were the same, but you can see I've cut those down, so it's an experiment. I don't know what and here the rhubarb is starting to sprout. This is the comfrey I planted last year. It grows very big, lovely flowers which attract lots of pollinators, and then you make a sort of a tea with the leaves to water the other plants, and it's a natural fertiliser. So the bay tree I've been asked to trim down because it's getting to the maximum height soon, so it does need doing, but hey ho. So here we've got shallots that I planted in the autumn. They're coming up nicely, and also a globe artichoke. I actually planted two, but only one survived, which is doing nicely. The garlic in here went in the autumn. I've mulched it. I may have over mulched it because there's quite a few which haven't come through. I would have thought they would have done though. So these beds just getting ready. That's another one I've cut back. And where are we here? So just getting ready for planting. So I planted some bare root strawberries in here. I tried it last year, but only the ones along this right hand side took. The others died. That was my fault because I'd sort of forgotten them and they dried out too much. I only planted these in there a couple of days ago and they're really doing well, so fingers crossed. I've cleared as far as possible the trimmed the currants and the brambles in here. Lots of weeding to do, and the next job then is to plant the seed potatoes for the earlies, and I've discovered a fact I never knew about potatoes. So that they're like tomatoes, if you know about this. They have, of course, which they are very closely related. They're like potatoes and tomatoes are like first cousins. They are either determinate or indeterminate, and basically the ones which you soil up because they grow several layers as the stems grow are called indeterminate. But most potatoes, and certainly the ones I've got, are apparently determinate, which means that they only produce more tubers sort of in one layer. So actually what you're supposed to do if you're doing them in containers is plant a couple of layers of them, which I've never done before. So that's an experiment. So the other thing which happened during the winter was the water butt. The base of it sank into the mud and it fell over. So I've managed to catch a spare slab off the man next door to put it on. So hopefully that will be a bit better now. And I've got potatoes chitting at home, and I've got some more strawberries going there. So more in a bit. So back at base, and here are my seed spuds chitting. The ones on this top, well, these three first of all are the early, so I need to get them in. And as I've discovered, I can do two layers of these because they're the determinate ones. That's a main crop, so I don't need to put that in yet, and these are all main crops which I don't need to put in yet. So I need to check. These are definitely determinate the same. I don't know what that one is. I need to check it. And then round here Something else I discovered is that chilies and peppers generally are not annuals. Everyone grows them as annuals, but they're actually perennials. But obviously they're not hardy at all. So these ones I brought in, and they've sort of overwintered here in the conservatory, and there's lots of new green growth on them. There's even some last year's chilies which I need to pull off. They're dry now, but they'll keep dried. So we'll see. And then out here, I've got the remaining strawberries. I bought sort of 2 lots of 12. So the first lot of 12 went in at the allotment, and those ones are the sort of regular ones which sort of bloom and produce loads of strawberries, hopefully in June and July. These ones are, I can't remember what they call them now, but they basically produce small crops over a much longer period. So you sort of pick a couple at a time, which is handy here at home because I'll probably just stick them in my breakfast. I had to have a load of stuff done in the garden, so I had all this bit dug up because it was just overgrown. I haven't decided what to do with it yet. It's south facing, so it's actually really good plot. Is it another allotment at home, or are we going to put flowers in it? Haven't decided yet. So anyway, that's where we're at the growing here at the first week in March.